Right now we're in Galleria, Camile, and the installation piece is part of my way of honoring the communal traditions that exist around Dia de los Muertos in a contemporary way that also includes some kind of social critique or some kind of honoring of people who have passed, usually due to some kind of oppression or social injustice. Yeah, and I think it's also just acknowledging that we all have, in some ways, a relationship with death, with grief, with having to remember people who have passed, right? And in that sense, you know, maybe that's another reason why I gravitated towards Dia de los Muertos and making ofrendas, because I had to experience the moment in which we exist right now is a moment when everybody is having to kind of reckon with their realities and what it means to live in a state that is not necessarily always going to be interested in the quality of life of its people.
So this is Corazón y Dignidad, which is an exhibit that features my photographs from San Luis Potosí around 2017, and then one image is from last year, and it also includes an installation done by Amelia. In our conversations in regards to creating something that cohabitated together, you're looking at images from a mercado and from different areas, and a lot of it has to do with honoring, you know, where Dia de los Muertos come from. It's mainly about the people, it's mainly about, you know, the location, which is in Mexico. That's where it kind of originated from, or it did. And Amelia just did such an amazing job in like looking at my images and really figuring out like what to say about them in a way that I couldn't do.
When I saw her pictures, a lot of it was about remembering where we come from and the types of lives that the people that are in our homelands live. And when you're talking about class struggle or when you're talking about oppression, you know, in some ways when we come to the United States, we assimilate and we forget that we really come from a very humble place, and that we have to remember that when we're fighting for social justice or when we're fighting against racial discrimination or against any kind of form of oppression, we're really doing it in their name and we're doing it for them.
Well, a lot of the photographs take place, like I said, in El Mercado, which is where a lot of people have been working almost their whole lives. There's a woman that's been in El Mercado, her name is Felisa, since probably almost near the start of, you know, its beginnings. And so she's in her 90s and she's still working, and it's like, how can you have somebody working so hard until essentially they can't anymore because they're trying to help their family and they're trying to maintain their own lifestyle, and there's no help for them in terms of government assistance, and it's like you have no other choice. And so you see a lot of that in these people that are very hardworking, and you know that they are people that have dignity and should be respected, because yes, they're working in a mercado, but it's still something that's important, and it's something to talk about where we come from. You see a lot of them are smiling and, you know, we're looking serious or looking like there's respect that has to be given into these people from where we come from. I didn't grow up there, my father did, and so did my siblings. I was there until I was 4. Even in when you're doing an ofrenda, you're including things that they love, food that they love. And so this is almost like part of the altar, you know, like it's almost part of like a way to be able to give to him something that he gave me, which is really honoring this place that he loves so much. He was so proud of like being from San Luis, and so he always wanted people to come over. He always wanted to show like all the different places and the beautiful people and the beautiful land. And so it's almost like, you know, giving a tour, you know, to the people that haven't been there so that they kind of feel that love of, you know, that place that he cared about so much.